How you doing, Wimbledon Strength Club? Back with the fourth video in the Mission Mindset series. So far, we've covered what you're unhappy with, what you don't want, what you really, really do want, your levels of belief, desire, commitment, and today I'm going to give you a couple of exercises that you can use to start slowly changing your behaviors. Okay, so these two exercises you can do them every day. They don't take very long at all, but they're going to help you become more aware of your behavior, and they're also going to help you to align your subconscious mind with your true goals and your desires, the person that you want to be in all aspects of your life. Okay, so the first little exercise, I did a post about this in the group, so you will recognize it, is I want you to think about behaviors, thought processes, and omissions, as it were, that you carry out habitually that keep you from getting to where you want to be, that keep you from becoming who you want to be. All right. So examples of behaviors. These are things that you do to avoid doing the stuff that's going to take you forward. Right? So it could be just watching too much TV. It could be continuously checking your phone, your email, your social media. It could be watching too much porn. It could be eating bad food. These are things that stop you from doing what you need to do to become who you want to be. Okay. Then there are omissions. So this is exactly the same kind of thing, but instead of using up your time doing useless tasks, you will find ways to avoid doing the useful things, the things that will take you forward. Okay, these will be kind of little mind ticks, as it were. I've got an example for you on this, and this is a really silly example, but I will always see something that needs to be done and then walk past it. Well, not anymore. I'm much better now, but that used to be a big thing. So it could be laundry needs putting away, dishes need to be done, gym needs to be tidied or hoovered up. Right, small things. I'd be like, oh yeah, right, yeah. I would acknowledge to myself that it needs to be done, and then I'd say to myself, I'll do it later. And generally, it wouldn't get done. But this habit of behaviour, which is an omission and a thought process at the same time, so this pattern of thought didn't only apply to small things, it would apply to big things in my business, like, you know, doing my finances, doing my tax return, completing or finishing an ebook or an email or whatever, connecting with guys outside of my actual gym. So where these small behaviors were they felt inconsequential, because of how you do anything, you do everything, that same habit and that same process of avoidance was existing in my life of business with big tasks, and therefore I'm not where I could be by now because I failed to do things that I knew I should be doing. Okay, so those are the kind of main things to look out for, and I want you to start watching yourself from afar, as it were, from inside your head but from afar, and start to notice these behaviors and patterns, and then question yourself why you're doing them. Okay, why are you constantly checking email, or why are you always going on Pornhub, because you know you do? Why are you spending so much time watching TV or whatever? What could you be doing instead of that would be taking you incrementally further forwards towards your goals? Okay, and why are you avoiding the things? And yeah, just start to notice them. I could talk about it all day long, but if you start to do it, just have it running along, a bit of observation in the background as you go about your day, and then start to try to address those small habits. You'll notice that if you address the small habits, they will then have a knock-on effect on the larger scale things, and you'll start, hopefully, to take more positive action towards your goals instead of behaviors of avoidance, procrastination, or sabotage. Okay, so that's exercise number one, for want of a better word. Number two is also really cool, and I think a lot of fun. It's called the imagination theatre. And this is where you go back to what you really want to have, who you really want to be, who you want to become, how much freedom you want to have, how fit, strong, lean and sexy do you want to be, what kind of relationships, friendships do you want to have, who do you want to surround yourself with, what do you want your life to be like, okay? The really cool way of attuning your subconscious mind to that, and therefore then starting to act accordingly to achieve those goals. And the way to do it is to build a movie in your mind. You can do this every morning, 5 minutes at first, try and build it up a little bit. Take an aspect of what you want and really get into it in a lot of detail. So I'll take my perfect gym, because that's what I'm using for this at the moment. The perfect gym that I want to have, what it looks like, the color scheme, where all the equipment is, where the desks are, every square meter of the gym, and the imagery that surrounds that, the pictures and writing on the wall and everything else. So that's your imagery, and it's in a lot of detail. And every time you do this, you add a little bit more. Then you're going to have words and sounds and smells and other senses, okay, touch, feel. And you're going to layer and texture as much sensual information onto that imagery as you can during this 5 to 10 minutes each morning of creating this little movie in your mind of your perfect outcome. And then the last part of that puzzle is to attach emotion to it. So how are you going to feel when you get there? What are people going to say to you? How's that going to make you feel? What are you going to feel like when you do things that are currently difficult, when they become easy? And how joyful, content, satisfied, ecstatic are you going to feel when that is the case? So get the imagery, get the senses and the words, and get the emotion, and connect that all together, and just play that in your mind at the start of every day. And your subconscious will automatically start to steer your actions towards achieving those things. And that's not woo-woo. It's not the universe and manifestation. It's a fact. It works. So give those two things a go. They're really cool. I'm really enjoying doing them. They're working well for me. And I want to hear about how well they work for you. Okay? Peace out.